Hey, what's going on, kings and queens? Let's get this started right quick. This is my copyright disclaimer. YouTube noted for fair use. Also, disclaimer, this video is created purely for entertainment purposes only. No copyright infringement, audio clips and video clips edited from video found on YouTube. All rights are credited to respective owner. So let's get into some motherfucking things. This content comes from Philly Phil. Eat with Philly Phil. She is the young lady who is being sued by Robbie. I think her name is Robbie Norman. Welcome to SweetiePie's. Tim Norman's mother. Or is her name Robbie Montgomery? Anyways, welcome to SweetiePie's. That's what we know her from the OWN network. Welcome to SweetiePie. She came into this industry. She put on everybody's heartstrings with her famous Southern cooking. And also, she was a Ike from the Ike and Tina Turner review. So, what we have in the office today, my kings and my queens, this content is not to make fun of anyone, not to taunt anyone, not to hurt anyone's feelings, because when your child is locked up, I know that can be very stressful on a mother, but the way that Tim Norman has gotten locked up is because he allegedly took a hit out on his nephew, Andre Montgomery. That is his mother's grandson, the father of her other deceased son. And those who don't know what I'm talking about, go check on my other content and you will catch the video that I am talking about. I made a video on it. So this one, I have not made my thumbnail yet, but it's going to be somewhat titled of SweetiePie pays prisoners to keep son safe. Again, it's going to be titled, for my thumbnail, SweetiePie pays prisoners to keep son safe. And again, this is fair use. Everything that I am saying is alleged. This is from a third-party resource from the YouTube channel Philly Phil. So, just like I said, this is fair use. So, allegedly, you guys, that SweetiePie, Miss Robbie, is paying prisoners in the jail to keep her son safe. Ain't that a fucking shame? Your son would not be in this predicament, Miss Robbie, if you will stop babying him. Take your titty out his motherfucking mouth and let that man be a man. That's one thing about these mama boys. Take your titty out his motherfucking mouth and let him be a grown-ass man. So, again, like I said, everything here is alleged. It's no attempt to taunt anyone, hurt anyone's feelings. I stand on what I stand on with my opinion and my commentary, and I meant every word that I said. So let's get into this content. And what you guys are about to view is audio from a jailer that's currently in prison. I don't know if he's locked up in the same prison as Tim Norman now, but he was in the same prison with him when he first got locked up. And he's telling his experience on the things that went on around him and what he's seen and heard. So this is from the man allegedly that was locked up with Tim Norman when he first went to prison. And I don't know if he's in prison with him as we speak for now. This content right here that I'm letting you guys view was recorded or published in July of this year. So go ahead and share, thumbs up, so it can push you through the algorithm. Also, you guys, subscribe. Please subscribe to my channel so I can go ahead and hit that mandatory 1,000 subscribers. And I appreciate it so much, you guys, and I love you guys all. Again, subscribe to the channel, please. Thumbs up so it can push me through the algorithm, so everyone can enjoy this content that I am sharing with everybody that's on House of Queens TV. And I love you guys all. Leave a comment if you like. Let's get into it, you guys. Let's get started.
Well, how you doing? I am doing fine. How are you? I'm all right. All things considered. So, would you like to tell me your location, or can you do that? Well, yeah, I can tell you my location. I'm in Missouri State Department of Corrections. Okay, you're in the Missouri State Department of Corrections. Okay, so do you know Tim Norman? SweetiePie's Tim Norman. Yes, I do. Third. So, okay. For a long time. Okay, how did you meet him? Well, I first met him when he came behind the old walls. We were all up there in different cities together. When he came behind the walls, he fell in with some guys that I was associated with, and that's how we became familiar with each other. So, were you all cellmates? No, we were never cellmates or anything like that, but we were around each other each and every day. Okay, so what would you like to tell us about Tim and his stay, the time that you were there with him? Well, at all the times that I was down with him and everything, he pretty much been associated with some of the hardcore guys in the prison and everything. Not because he himself was hardcore, but he was being protected by them. His mom had money and everything. We wish to look out for everybody and do favors for everybody and everything to make sure that her son was okay. So when they protected him, what would they have to do to protect him? Like, give us an example. Well, pretty much, the Missouri State Penitentiary had been up until the time that, maybe not so much as when it first closed, because as the new generation of guys came in, they changed the context of the prison itself. Actually, no prison is any different in character than the majority of the guys there. So it wasn't in the last years the place that it used to be before. When by the time Tim arrived there, it was pretty much still a pretty deadly place to be. It lived up to the name that it was in Time magazine in 1976. Put it on the cover of Time magazine, said that it was the bloodiest 147 acres west of the Mississippi, and I can attest to that because I was back there doing time back there, and I was doing time with a lot of the guys that were doing the murders and doing the raping and doing other things like that. And 3 or 4 of these guys became very good friends with Tim, and I was already associates with him. I don't call myself a friend with him because I wasn't really doing the same things that they were doing. So, how long have you been there? Well, I've been locked up 36 years now. 36 years. So you were there the entire 10 and a half years that Tim was there. Am I correct? Oh, yeah. And I wasn't just at Jefferson City with him. I was also at Pacific with him. I was also down in Farmington with him. I've known the guy for years and everything. Okay. Has he reached back out to you since he's been out? Well, he's not free anymore. When he was out living high on the hall, did he reach out to you? Well, he was in some of the things when he was in the prison and everything. He knew that I was writing and knew that, I was writing scripts, movie screenplays and things of that nature there. I was also attending the college program. And so that would be the context in the dealings that he and I had. During the course thereof, he made some promises to me that when he got on the street that he would reach back, he was supposed to talk to his mom to see if she would be interested in trying to finance one of my screenplays and everything. These are the things that he told me that never came to fruition. In fact, when he went home, the only time I heard from him is when I was down there in Catherine. He sent me a packet indicating that, suggesting that he was starting a publishing house, some type of publishing firm in which he would be able to help some of the guys in prison who are writers get their works published and everything. So he wanted me to take this paper work that he had sent me and put it on all the bulletin boards and everything. And after that, I never heard anything else from him.
So, did you write anything for him that he has used?
No, I can't say that. I can't say unless he took it without my knowing it and everything. I don't think Tim was as good a writer that he might have purported to be. I've never really seen him write anything. I do know that when he was down here, when I was down here with him at the Pacific Institution, he was in the Shakespearean class at Washington University, also the acting classes, things like that down here. And he was a part of that, and I believe that his being so was because of some woman that he was associated with out on the streets who had influence with some of the people at Washington University. And I don't know how true this is, but I heard it when he got out that he was in a cameo appearance in some program.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm not familiar with that. I think he wrote a book or something, didn't he? I think he did. I'll have to double check.
Well, if he did, I'm not aware of it.
Okay. So he was taking acting classes or Shakespearean classes through the local university while incarcerated, which is a good thing.
Yeah.
Did he have any close? Well, no. Let's go. Okay, he was in an altercation, like a serious altercation. Do you know anything about that, and what did he have to do to get the end result?
Well, the only even being in prison and everything, something that you won't know because it's certainly not like it is now. You look at television these days, you got the first 48 on there, and 99% of those guys they tell on each other and everything. But back then,
this call is from a correctional facility and may be monitored and recorded.
Snitching and telling on people wasn't a particular machination of the prison system back then. So even some of the prisoners who were in the know wouldn't know everything.
So you guys, just for clarifications, that female voice just came on. That call is to monitor the phones. So that's how you know for sure that this guy is actually locked up in prison. So he's not on a cell phone. He is on one of those phones. If you guys have ever been in jail, they have the phones lined up and you can put money on a card or whatever. You put your social security number in. For those who have been locked up, y'all know what I'm talking about. So that call comes on to let you guys know you guys are being recorded and monitored, and it will let you know how much time you got left on that phone call. So this is to prove that the guy is really in jail that she's talking to. She's not talking to him on a personal cell phone. So I was hoping that it wasn't a personal cell phone when it first started. So let's get back into it.
That was going on and everything, but it very possibly could have been a serious confrontation and everything. I do know that when he was down at Bowling Green, he called an assault on one of the guards. And they pulled him up, took his out date because he had his road date. They took his road date and everything, and they transferred him down to Farmington, where I was already there and everything. But his mom, being financially able to help him out, paid the money to certain members on the parole board, and he got his out date back, and as you know, he went on.
Okay, so do you know how much money was paid?
Well, according, and I got this here from a guy who would talk to her every day on the phone and everything.
You have 1 minute left.
According to that guy there, she paid as much as $50,000. And that same attempt to get her son out, that same effort to get her son out, she tried to get the guy out too. His name is Chris Carroll. She tried to get him out, but they wouldn't allow him to be, it didn't go through because of the nature of the crime he is charged.
Why would she want to get Chris Carroll out? Was he a special friend to Tim?
Real special. Yeah, real special.
Like how?
Oh, like, he was considered to be a homosexual in prison and everything. And,
everything here is alleged, you guys. Everything in here is alleged. Alleged. Everything in here is alleged. Shout out to Eat with Philly Phil.
And they were real cool.
So Chris Carroll was allegedly a homosexual, and which there's nothing wrong with that.
Baby.
And that was Tim's special friend, I guess.
Baby.
They were close. There was nobody closer to him.
And who?
And Miss Robbie tried to get him out, and
Thank you for using Security. Goodbye.
okay, we have him back, guys. Okay, I'm sorry. Now go ahead. Now you were saying about Chris Carroll. Is Chris Carroll still incarcerated?
Well, I'm not sure. Through the prison grapevine, I've heard some people say that he has gone home, and I've heard some people say that he's still incarcerated. So I mean, he's not where I am.
Okay. So I just want to make sure I got that clear.
I am so sorry, you guys,
Robbie allegedly
about
tried to get him out, but she couldn't. Was he up for parole or whatever?
So is that what allegedly is that what baby, is that why Tim trying to get back to prison to go see his boo thing? Huh? Is Tim did what he did because he was trying so hard to get back to his boo thing? Allegedly, y'all. Go ahead, subscribe to the channel if you want to do so. Subscribe. Run them likes up. Thumbs up, y'all.
Yeah, well, he was going up parole. That's who she was trying to influence. That's who she was able to influence to get her son out, as I told you. And the machinations and the quotidian affairs of prison, like if, for example, to be a hypothetical situation, if I had a parole date right now and I would go out here and assault one of the guards, that parole date is gone. And it's pretty much not anything that anybody can do about it unless you're financially able to do something about it and they know the right people would go home to get it done and everything.
Thumbs up, y'all.
Parole date and probably get some more time. I mean, pretty much I'm going to get some more time behind it. And, it's called offering violence to an officer. And that carries a substantial amount of time to be with judicial proceedings, I guess you want to call it that.
Okay. So Tim had lost his parole date, guys, but they were able to come up with around they were able to come up with around $50,000 allegedly, to get him out, but she couldn't get his good friend Chris Carroll out. They were very close while they were there together, and he doesn't know if Chris is still in or not, but he himself, Lavelle, is still incarcerated at, what's the name of the facility one more time for those that are new in here?
Pardon me, I didn't hear you.
What's the name of the facility that you're in again, please?
The facility that I'm in?
Yes.
Missouri State Department of Corrections.
Okay, Missouri State Department of Corrections. He's calling us. They are allowed to make phone calls, so I thank you. Are you allowed to watch YouTube in there as well? Videos?
No, I haven't. We're not able to watch anything. Everything's pretty much self-contained in here. They just gave us new tablets, and the organization or the corporation that's running these tablets and everything, they're shysters, if you want to call it that and everything. They have these little contracts written up in such a way in which they gobble out to you a little bit at a time. And after I had bought some of the songs and use the email system and all these things here, then they come back and say, well, this is what we're going to do. And they immediately started restricting the privileges that we have on there. And then every once in a while, they'll give us an update. And this tablet is being updated, but we have absolutely no control over the update. And from time to time, they'll remind us that they are, in fact, running a monopoly. And we bought into this thing here, this so-called contractual relationship, not knowing that once we had spent, personally, I've got maybe $700 to $800 worth of music on there. So to give you an idea as to how they do this here, they'll tell me that if I don't agree with the update, then I don't have access to the things that I've already purchased. And so I would think that in the scheme of civil law, I would think that that would be comparable to being under duress. Yep. So if you take a guy on the street and you put a contract in front of him and you put a gun to his head and you say, sign this damn contract or we're going to blow your brains out, and he signs it. Well, later on, he can go to court and he can contest that on the basis that he was under duress when he signed it. So I would think that even though there was no guns placed through our heads and everything, the fact that they're just saying that if you don't agree with the update, you will not be able to access the purchases that you have already made. I would think that would be comparable to placing the guns in my head, because the fact is, myself and a number of other guys that I've spoken to, if we had known going into this type of contractual relationship, which we really didn't know relationship, because they never came out and did it with such clarity. But the fact is, that's what they're reporting it to be. They're reporting our relationship and our use of these tablets as being the elements of a contractual relationship, which I think is bullshit, for real. And if I had to do all over again, I would not spend my money with those people. I'd just listen to the radio or something.
Well, I hate that you all are being hoodwinked while you're already incarcerated. So on these, we'll get back to the tablets, but as far as Tim, do you recall who would visit him while he was incarcerated?
Yeah, well, his mom was certain, and I'm assuming that he had some other relatives that would come and see him, but I do know she would come and see him.
You know Miss Robbie was coming.
And he's so quite often.
Okay, his mom and his aunt. Yeah, because we've seen pictures of them that they took with him while he was incarcerated. So you pretty much watched him. Were you there when he arrived when he was 17?
Yeah, when he got to the prison, he was young, and that's one of the reasons that he felt that he needed protection and everything. And the guys who he was around
from a correctional facility and may be monitored and recorded.
The guys who put most of the protection on him, one of which Red Dotson. I don't know if you're familiar with that name, but he's a
wait, what's his name?
Drug king. Red Dotson.
Okay.
He's a former drug kingpin from St. Louis and everything, so Tim would be around him a lot. Then there's some of the guys that she hired once they were out of prison, McKinley Robinson, we call him Ben Chubb. He was around him, and Robert Ellis and Lil Bob. These are all the guys who Tim would associate with when he was in the walls and everything. In fact,
Okay, you guys, my thing is this. Oh, I have fast forward a little bit. So. Anyway, my thing is this, you guys. How do Miss Robbie, SweetiePie, this woman right here, Tim Norman's mother, how does she know these men? So we want to sit up here and let's think about the robbery in her house. And Andre said it was not him. How do Miss Robbie know all these thugs, these gangsters, these kingpins? We need some answers, Miss Robbie. How did you come by hiring these men to protect your son and his 17-year-old self? You gotta answer the question, Miss Robbie. And did you hire some men now? Since your son is in jail now, Miss Robbie? Did you hire some more men to take care of your son? Miss Robbie, we need some answers, girl.
Whatever he might be. When you got somebody out there who can afford to put that type of protection on you, then that protection pretty much follows you anywhere you go and everything. That's pretty much what he had.
So Tim pretty much had protection while he was there, his entire stay, as far as you're concerned.
Yeah, and the protection you can misconstrue this protection to being similar to the ideal of like say for example a public official has bodyguards standing around and everything like that. No, the protection in prison is simply being associated with certain